Okay, it's turn 24. We're back nonetheless. It's the finals. Reddit, Dominion, Discord, Dominion's Enhanced.
The finals. There
Finals
will
of
be
the
no more
tournament.
finals after this.
No more. This is the last Dom 5 game ever played.
Ever played.
Let's see what we got here. This is a little different. Shamba versus Agartha. Um,
Everyone wants a piece of that pie.
yep, we got Ulm continuing to push in against Naba. We have a little bit between Bander and Satis. Then Ind. Where did Ind go here? Act a random throne? In between Satis, Naba, and Ulm. And a little bit between Agartha and Bander. And then was this just a random indie attack? Oh, cleaning up that whore. Okay. So let's start actually with this end attack on this throne. So I think this is actually what caused the alarm bells to start ringing for the coalition. It was end with scouts pinging random indie thrones nowhere near themselves.
Ah, if they had just not. So they're telling me if they just trusted in their god, they would have been fine.
I think they had a they probably would not have raised the alarm of the other players.
Terrible. You live and you learn.
Yep. See what we got here. Standard Olmish formation versus uh, Naba PD. I'm guessing this is similar. Yeah. I don't know what Naba can do at this point. They have no other forts. They lost the majority of their sacreds. They still have their Trinity, but Guardians are pretty good against that.
Well, if they could get like air elementals, that like Conj 5 would save them.
Yeah, that's true. And they do have decent research. Yeah, they have good
Yeah.
research.
If you could throw 20 air elementals, it would clean up most Almish armies.
Guardians do pretty well against air elementals, though, right?
Yeah, they do all right. I mean,
Yeah.
like with air elementals, it's all about volume, right?
Yep.
You
Hitting
want to
that
get a
critical
lot
mass.
of them. Yeah. Because yes, small numbers of air elementals will die to guardians. Well, I don't because the guardians can't really hit much, right? And usually that's fine because they have an AoE anti-sacred spell. Well, okay, that's better attack than I thought they had.
Yeah, attack
But
12, 27 damage. That's going to shrink elementals pretty quick.
yeah, I think a what is it a air elemental has like 14 defense. So anyway, you'll need a lot,
Yeah.
especially because 56 guardians is quite a lot of guardians.
Yep. Okay, let's take a look over here on the Bander front. Um, was this the Shamba fight? Yeah, Shamba attacking Agartha. Oh, poking him with a bunch of little gobos. And seem to just maybe bounce off of this ragtag group of Agarthans.
Gobo's pretty good.
No, they're going to die here, aren't they?
Yes.
Gobos are good, but you need so many of them. You need to
I
fight
would
at
not
even
say you need
numbers at
so
a
many of them. I would say. I mean, I don't know. Like, I
even
think the
numbers
Nets are
at a
gonna
minimum.
like they will take they will take these guys. You know, they will kill a decent amount here. But yeah, the Ichthyid Nets are probably what's gonna do them in. But I don't know. They could win here. Like, I would not be surprised if they won here. Like a bad route. Oh, is there a mage on the other side?
Yeah, on the Agartha side, casting
Okay.
Earthmeld and
Yeah, the Earthbound. I would not be surprised that without this Earthbound, they might actually win because the thing about Bankimono is they're only slightly worse statted than humans, and yet they are, um,
6 to a square.
yeah. So yeah, they do lose here, but friendly fire, gotta love it.
Their morale is just so bad.
Their morale is not great, but they repel even other spears. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I like the being size one should reduce the length of your weapon. Uh, but it does not. So you have these like ridiculous like six guys walking around with pikes. It's ridiculous. It's very silly.
Let's see what we got here. Nothing good. Satis attacking Bander. No, nothing good.
Never anything good.
Clean up against the horror. And A little bit of taking back a few provinces, but Vander in rough shape, Naba in rough shape. It's turn 24. The alarm bells are ringing. Does Ind have enough time to complete this throne rush?
Well, attacking the thrones would be a good start.
Let's see on turn 25.
Indeed.
Go. Turn 25. Okay. A lot happened on this turn.
That is quite a few battles.
Oh, wow, yeah. Okay. Ind versus Man. Shamba versus Ind. Ulm versus Naba. Man and Agartha. Ooh, Vanheim versus Naba. So Vanheim went from a 2v1 versus Ulm to now a 2v1 versus Naba, turning their enemy into their ally.
What's the meme? Switching sides.
A lot of back and forth with Ind and Shamba. Then, yeah, some dust ups between Agartha and Bander, Satis and Bander. Yeah, a whole lot. Actually, won't spoil these, but not going to be able to catch them all on the map, so we'll just go down the list. This was just a PD one. Yeah, just PD cleanups all around. Naba swinging back with a little bit of raiding. And, oh, pretty strong swing in from Vanheim here. While losing a Vanyarl, that's not great, but snagging 4 provinces. Pretty rapid succession here. Not the biggest gain for Vanheim. They might be falling behind, especially as elves. But not the worst outcome for them.
Elves just want to have land.
Yep. Scout. Okay, yeah. We have Man going in hard on Ind. On the Throne of Growth. We have Shamba trying to push Ind off of that throne.
That's not going to... 10 spearmen are not going to do it.
Nope. But they were successful over here. Bringing a few more mages to this one.
Come on, Ind. Come on, Ind. You want to hold your thrones. You're trying to throne rush, and you're going to hire, what is that? What is that? 6 PD?
Well, remember their scales.
Unbelievable.
Their
Unbelievable.
scales are not great.
Look, I see a lot of troops in their capital. All those troops could have been PD on their thrones. Just saying. Just saying.
That is true.
Those troops cost money.
It is also
Could have been
important
like,
to
could have been
note
like
here,
30 PD.
Ind and Shamba had actually made a peace deal. If you recall earlier, there was an early game coalition against Ind. Shamba got left holding the bag as all the other coalition members backed out. Shamba and Ind actually came to an agreement, and Shamba broke the nap here on this turn to prevent what they thought was the Ind throne rush. Man did the same. So, while he did get caught with very little PD, he did think he had a peace deal with Shamba.
You hate to see it.
Yep.
Look, I think in almost every game, a random ping of some throne is not gonna like initiate a full scale anti-throne rush coalition. But in this game, what happened was a chat was created with every single member of the game except for Ind in order to discuss the logistics of taking them down, and it was a very high effort engagement. So, hats off to the incredible diplomacy in this game.
Here we've got Agartha grabbing that throne back from Man. Unsure exactly what's going on there. throwing troops and PD away.
Well, Agartha is gotta they gotta take what they can get, right? Everyone's fucking with them.
Lack of coordination between allies here in this war led to a little small loss for Satis. The independents came back and took that province that was held by a horror last turn.
Or horrors.
And then we got a
Yeah, there
couple
must. Is there
battles
like
here.
is there like a gate? Is there a horror gate there? I see there's a site. No, it's
Just an
just an
arena.
arena. There's probably a hidden horror gate.
So
Horror
this
Vale,
is
whatever it's called.
Agartha versus Bander. It's just a scout. And this is Satis versus Bander. Just a scout. And what do we got here? Satis into Bander. Some mermen. And
So Satis is trying to clean up Bandar, looks like, or what?
yes.
Well,
So
we will. That's a lot of Statisticians, and I
yeah,
think those guys should have a pretty good matchup into Asurus.
and it's interesting here. You had man posturing to come and save Bander, but the threat that In presented pulled this man force away towards Ind. So opened the door for Agartha and Satis to finish Bander unperturbed.
Yeah, that's the thing about throne rushes. As a throne rush coalition leader, you got to make sure that everyone else is doing the stopping of the throne rush while you are getting what you want. And I think Satis and who else here?
Agartha.
Man, yeah, Satis and Agartha are benefiting in this way.
Yeah, and honestly, Agartha, they have no natural border. They do have a small one down here, so they could be putting some pressure on Ind, but not a lot for them to do. So it does make sense for them to secure Bander, um, as long as Ind doesn't win in the meantime.
Seems reasonable.
Yep. So we'll take a quick look at the score graph, see any major changes. Provinces, not a whole lot of change. Vanheim with that little elfing. Nabah quickly joining Bander down at the bottom, unfortunately. Forts, Shamba has tied Satis. Income there a little bit above. Satis has a commanding lead on gems at this stage of the game. Pretty significant. Obviously, gem incomes are relatively low across the board,
Are
but
there globals up?
oh, that's a good question. No, no globals
No
yet.
globals. Yeah. Guess it's just good site searching and good luck.
And then we have Man with the research lead, but they have taken their mages out of the lab. And Shamba has as well.
Wow, Satis is going to be in first in like 2 turns at this rate. That's crazy.
Yep. Okay, anything before we call this one a wrap?
Nope.
Okay, well, that was turns 24 and 25. Things are heating up. The pressure is on Ind. They're down a throne. Another one's under siege, but never really count that Trinity out. It is quite powerful, especially this early in the game. So we'll see what happens.